Once again, it's been a little a little while before I've done one of these, or since I've done one of these. That's what summer's like sometimes. Anyhow, um, we have a full moon coming up on I think it's the 8th. It's the 8th of September. And the full moon the moon will be in Pisces, the sun will still be in Virgo. The new moon in Virgo was August 25th of last month, and it was a really powerful new moon, one that had both very, very positive aspects, especially for the earth signs, for Virgo, and especially again powerful if it happened to be your birthday around that time, and Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and as well as the water signs, there was which would be Pisces, Cancer, and Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Anyhow, uh, the last new moon, as positive as the aspects were, the way that the moon occurred, it also there was a kind of like push your buttons. Bring up all like those deep, dark parts of yourself, your weaknesses, the weaknesses which are the gateway to your strengths. So while it was positive, it may not have felt that way. In any event, I wanted to say something about the nature of positive aspects. Or when I say something is positive for Capricorns or for Leos or for Aquariuses or whatever. Um, we are all very complicated people, as you know, and the astrological chart is the sun sign is just one part of it. It's considered the very important planet, but really the relationship between all the planets is what gives some outline of your character and therefore your destiny, and also how the planets moving now interact with that whole picture of who you are. That's what talks about what kind of time it really is for you. So when I say that there are positive aspects for Virgo, say, what it means is that if you have a Virgo sun that has some bearing on you, or if you have other parts of Virgo in your chart, that those parts of you are beneficial, or that there's help coming there. Now, you may be going through hell in every other kind of way, and most people, because we are complex, rarely is it the case that everything is always good. All of us have like a few of those blessed periods of time where everything magically falls in place and we see the meaning of our life and it all feels wonderful. But much of the time it's more of a mixture. And with some of the aspects happening for everyone right now, and again, I would especially say for the cardinal signs, which are Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, and Aries. So those four signs, especially at this point in the middle of those signs, I mean, there's been a lot going on for you. And all of us actually have a certain amount of Capricorn in our chart just because of how the planets have been moving. So for everyone, this has some bearing. And for not even just for those people who happen to be born in that period of time. There are also difficult aspects that are constant right now for the mutable signs, which would be Virgo, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Um, so it's never just a simple thing. What it means is that there are certain aspects in your life where there is flow, where there's help, and that help can help you through the difficult periods. Now, the key is most of us tend to identify our life in terms of what's not going right. And even though we may appreciate and even be grateful for those things that are going right or are helpful, rarely faced with difficulties, do we identify our life in terms of those things that are positive. And in the best of all worlds, um, know that knowing that there are good aspects, that there are positive things happening, focusing on what really is working and is helping you through the necessary difficult times that we all encounter, would help you redefine your life, less in terms of the struggle and the difficulty and the despair and depression and anger and the list goes on, and more in terms of not only those things that you have to be grateful for, but those things that actually are helping you through it and that help you see the richness of your life along with the difficulties. Now, sometimes this is idealistic. Sometimes all of those other difficult emotions really seem overwhelming and overpowering, and there's no amount of telling ourselves how fortunate we are in some way or another, or recognizing what is working, that balances out the whatever those difficult feelings are. And sometimes that's just the way it is, accepting that and seeing that even, and working with that, working through that, allowing it to be, allowing yourself to curse God until you have no more curses left to say, and then gradually coming around to a perspective that really engages yourself in some kind of self-love, appreciation for yourself, because most of our difficulties come from feeling isolated or depressed and comparing ourselves to others and finding ourselves wanting. So really, truly, the answer always is to try to find those things in our life that help us appreciate who we are in the face of all those ways that we may think we have failed or are failing or might fail. So this is significant because of the nature of the last new moon, and also because it being Virgo season, there is no sign more than Virgo that is more capable of turning a positive into a negative, or worrying about the fact that they're not taking advantage properly of a positive. With the full moon coming, there are many, many positive aspects. Really only a couple of challenging ones, but those couple of challenging ones may still be felt by many of us. So we really are called upon to, really trust the intuition, to kind of go with the flow, to some extent, to not try to figure it all out so much, and trust our heart, trust our emotions, and to the degree possible, put as much faith as you are capable of in some divine force, whether it's only to whether it starts with swearing at that divine force and asking why it isn't helping you out more, and moves to something a little bit more open. In any event, the aspects for that kind of thing, for moving through those kinds of difficulties, through some kind of connection to what connects us all, whether it's positive or difficult, is part of the gift of this coming full moon. That may sound like a mixed blessing, but in truth, the aspects are quite positive and will help you do that and feel good about your life simply for what it is. Enjoy that, and I look forward to talking to you with the next new moon. Have a good few weeks.